6 needed, and that could be the winning hit. It is. It's 6 for Lewis Gregory, and Somerset have won by 6 wickets. Tremendous win for Somerset, chasing down 194 to win, with Will Smead leading the way.
Craig Overton, another pre-season done and dusted. What are your thoughts on the pre-season and looking forward to 2026?
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously, the weather's been pretty good around here. It's obviously been a bit cold and a bit windy, but managed to spend some good time out in the middle here. And obviously, a rearranged trip to Desert Springs was obviously a good time for us to get out on grass, and just good to get back together as a group and sort of get used to seeing each other again. Obviously, a lot of the boys are away this winter, so getting used to being back together as a group and seeing how everyone's gone, and yeah, just get that team building going again.
You mentioned a few of the lads were away this winter. This was a rare one for you, where you sort of stayed at home, no franchises or anything. What did you spend the winter doing?
Well, start of the winter, got married, so that was a sort of a different thing. Sort of, you obviously don't do that very often. So yeah, let's get married, and then I had an operation on 2 hernias that sort of prevented me from going to South Africa after Christmas. I wasn't quite ready for that, so it was obviously a winter at home, and then just focusing on rehab, getting ready for the start of the summer, and making sure that I'm sort of in the best possible shape to be able to hit the ground running on Friday now.
You said at Walkers and Talkers that sort of rest me at your peril kind of message to the guys. I mean, what is your sort of philosophy on that, and has the club kind of changed its philosophy on rest and rotation for this season?
I think it's going to vary from person to person. I quite like to bowl quite a lot, so for me I want to sort of play cricket, and I actually bowl better when I bowled a decent amount. So sometimes I'm probably a little bit undercooked coming to the summer, but I feel like I'm in a space where I'm probably undercooked, but I know I can perform, and then I get better as the summer goes on, and my body gets used to bowling, and I tend to bowl better when I bowl more. And whereas other guys, they do need that week off just to sort of rest and recover. But looking at the schedule this year, we've obviously got 3 games and a week off, so it actually suits our schedule a little bit, that we might not have to rest as much as you think. So that's their first bit, and we'll only sort of pick and choose the team that we need for that first game, and those games coming up after that.
Some good runs for you in the pre-season game over the last few days. You're looking forward to contributing more with the bat this year? Yeah,
that's something that I've sort of said openly. I want to contribute more with the bat. I feel like I've done all right the last couple of years without sort of getting that big score, but knowing coming down where I am, those big scores aren't always going to be there and thereabouts, but it's having match-winning competitions with the bat, and I want to do that more, and that's sort of one of the goals, sort of making sure that sort of come that third innings I've contributed with the bat to make sure we win the game. So trying to work on that as much as I can. Obviously it sometimes doesn't quite go your way, but yeah, spent a lot of time batting this winter, just try and work on a few things, and hopefully that pays dividends this summer.
You're very much the sort of the senior man, the leader of the pack with this bowling attack. There's 4 young bowlers coming through: Kieran Roberts, James Theedham, nearly called him Matt then, obviously Matt, JT Language and Alfie Ogborn. You sort of looking forward to sort of mentoring those guys through their sort of season?
No, yeah, definitely. Sort of not necessarily my role at the minute, but obviously it's, as a senior player, you need to help those youngsters come through, and these boys have got a lot of talent now. It's just sort of fine-tuning them a little bit and making sure that when they do get the chance that they're ready to perform, and they've all developed so much over the winter, and there's always going to be more and more to come from especially the younger ones of those 4, and yeah, we're looking forward to seeing what they can do come at some point in the summer, and or even in the One Day Cup.
Brilliant. Well, thanks for your time, Craig, and go well this season.
Cheers.
Go well Friday.
Thank you very much.
Bex Odgers, second year playing for Somerset in Tier 1 women's cricket. You able to sort of reflect on how 2025 went and what goals you have for 2026?
Yeah, it was a really good season for me. I think to have that kind of start in professional cricket was really exciting. As a team, I think the 50 over comp we competed really well. The T20s we like what we wanted to be, but going into the next season I think we're in a really strong place, so that's really exciting.
New coach coming in over the winter, and Erin Osborne. She's talked about wanting to make sort of braver players. Is that sort of something you're taking on board as a
100%.
As a group?
Yeah, she's been brilliant. She's instilled a lot of confidence into us as a group. I think, like coming out of last season, obviously we were quite low in confidence, especially with the T20 stuff. But yeah, I think she's come in. She's made everyone smile a bit and made everyone a bit more confident. So that's good.
Good stuff. Have you sort of talked about your role then? Obviously top of the order, a bit with the gloves when required. Are you sort of going to be sticking to that for 2026?
Yeah, I hope so. She set out pretty clear roles for everyone, I think, so it's been really good. It's been really clear. Yeah, hopefully be at the top of the order in both formats. See what I can do with the gloves. You never know.
Good stuff. And just sort of as 2026, I mean, this is it is windy and freezing at the minute, and you're very brave in your shorts there. You must be freezing, so we'll keep this quick. But what is it like walking out here, just sort of at Taunton?
Yeah, I think it's genuinely the best ground in the country. The atmosphere you get here, especially with the women's stuff, like the women's only game, the atmosphere is incredible, and you just feel like everyone is behind you, and you get people walking past you in the stands and just like, you're doing amazing, you're doing so well. Like it's so supportive, and yeah, it's just a great place to be.
Brilliant stuff. Well, thanks for your time, Bex. And
Thank you.
2026.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Emma Corney, obviously 2025, not a great year for yourself, suffering that ACL injury up at Edgbaston. You able to talk us through your rehab and sort of what you're looking forward to getting achieved in 2026?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's been a long and a bumpy road. Probably tougher than I would have ever expected. I think it's a greater mental battle than it is the physical battle, but I think we've made some really good progress, particularly since Christmas, and yeah, really building towards the season. So really excited to get back, feeling a lot more confident in the knee. There's still a little way to go, but yeah, feeling good.
Cool. And obviously new head coach is coming in, Erin Osborne. You able to sort of let us know how she's sort of changed things around in the leadership group?
Yeah, definitely. She's so good to have around, like her experience within the game and just the way she communicates and the ideas she has. I think she's bringing an exciting way that we want to play the game, and I think it's kind of empowered us to take risk and, I don't know, get things wrong, but also with a view of learning and getting better. So it's really exciting, and looking forward to how we're going to go in the summer.
Have you got any personal goals for 2026 that you're looking to achieve?
Primarily get back on the pitch, I think is a good start, but also just really nail down my spot in the top order. I think I've got a lot to give that I didn't really show when I did play last year, so I think I'm excited by the opportunity, and yeah, there's a lot of runs to be scored.
Excellent. And are you fully fit now, raring to go in the next when the season starts in a few weeks?
Not quite yet. We'll be missing the first chunk of the season, I reckon, but yeah, progress has been good, so maybe a little bit ahead of schedule at the minute.
So
but
are you looking to sort of be around the group then, still in the environment, sort of running drinks and things?
Yeah, definitely. I think being around the group is like so good for me personally, just to feel part of the team as well, because it can be so isolating when you're injured, but also like trying to give back to the team. You know, I might not be able to play, I might not be able to score runs, but I can still contribute in a positive way. So yeah, looking forward to being around, you know, asking questions, helping out where needed. Yeah, so it'll be good.
You able to let us know sort of what it was like playing out there as a sort of professional Somerset cricketer with the dragon on your chest in 2025? How did that feel?
Yeah, it was so good to get out there, and I think there's so many passionate fans around here, and also it was so good to see so many young women and girls coming out to play, and I think that made it even better going out there, and you know, this being our home ground where we belonged, and these people are coming week in, week out to come and watch us. I think, yeah, you feel really proud of representing the club and the local community, so really love it out there.
Brilliant. Well, I hope the rehab goes well. I'm just looking forward to seeing you out on the pitch in a few weeks' time, and go well in 2026.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.
I think we're still recording from Emma, so we won't need to do any like that. Just pop in the corner there.
Christ.
That worked well, didn't it? This is all right. We'll get 250 quid for this, and you've been framed. Oh dear. Jesus. Oh, now you're all wonky. That would be
Bloody good day to do the bloody pressure washing as well. Why?
Well, at least they stopped this year. Well, I'm taking all the the darts thing down in the car park.
Yeah.
Right, I think we're good.
Right.
Let's go. Right, Sophie Luff, Somerset Women's captain. We are including the the tripod falling over in this. Obviously 2025 didn't go quite according to plan in the 20 overs. 50 overs was obviously a lot better this season for yourselves. A lot of change over the winter. You're just going to sum up what's been going on over the winter, both for yourselves and for the club.
Yeah, I think it's been a busy winter. A few fresh faces, including a new head coach, which yeah, it's been really exciting, both from a team perspective and a personal perspective. The opportunity to work with someone of Erin's calibre has been really exciting. Yeah, she's changed the way that we go about things in terms of how we train, the way that we approach the game, and yeah, I'm looking forward to see it hopefully come to fruition this summer.
We've also got Matt Drake, who's taken over a slightly different role in the women's section as well. Are you able to let us know what his new role will be?
Yeah, he's kind of overseeing that, I guess, like the long-term strategy in a way. Yeah, a little bit of a director of cricket role, long-term vision. Yeah, I'm hoping that he's going to be able to kind of boost the recruitment side of things and really put some onus on the women's side of the game here. The club have got a great reputation for attracting very good players on the men's side, and hopefully we can build something here and we can do the same on the women's side.
Looking back to the 2025 season, what's your kind of overall thoughts and emotions on that first year of the professional women's side?
Yeah, look, I think it was firstly really proud to represent Somerset in a professional era. As someone that started here age 12, 20 years on to be representing the club and captaining the club, really proud moment for me. Yeah, a bit of a mixed bag in terms of results, and I think that's what people look at, but I guess we've set the foundations for things to come. We've got a core group of players now that have got a bit more of experience from last year. The likes of Bex Odgers came into the professional game, Erin Bakuzic. Hopefully they'll be better for those experiences this year and hopefully be able to kind of dominate in Tier 1. We're asking a lot of young players to come into the professional game and kind of dominate and do a lot of the heavy lifting. We haven't got a lot of senior players. So there's pressure on the young girls, but hopefully we've equipped them well enough this winter and there's an opportunity in front of them that they want to grab with both hands.
There's been a little bit of movement in and out with signings over the winter. Are you able to talk us through some of the new faces that we're going to see this year?
Yeah, we've got B. Willis. I'm sure she's going to burst on the scene. She's got a lot of energy, very expressive character. Kind of really found her feet in the dressing room, and obviously it'll be her first taste of professional cricket if she gets out there.
She's a leg break bowler.
She's seamer, got a bit of pace about her, quite tall, good attributes. She's actually in Australia at the moment with England under 19s, so she's obviously highly regarded. If she gets her opportunity, I think Somerset fans will be excited to see someone bowl with pace.
Got B. Willis confused with Lola Harris, who definitely is a leg spinner. Tell us about Lola.
Yeah, Lola. Look, she was part of our squad last year. We didn't see an awful lot of her due to education commitments. But yeah, the way that she's come in this winter, she's now living in one of the flats at the ground. Completely committed to cricket and her training, and I'm actually really excited to see Lola go out there this year. I think she's had a brilliant winter, developed in a lot of different areas, and I think she could have a really good summer.
If you were to sort of sum up your sort of goals for 2026 in sort of a one-pager, they call it in Managers' Fee, what would you be looking to do?
Oh, we want to win games of cricket, there's no doubt about that. We want to be as competitive as we possibly can be. But I think we've got to stick to our guns. We've got a clear sort of template and framework for how we want to play the game and how we want to approach things. And I think the biggest challenge for us will be kind of sticking to those guns if it doesn't go to plan. Erin's been quite clear on the fact that she's okay for us to make mistakes, and she knows we're going to get it wrong at times, but trying to stick to that template and how we want to go about things, I think that's the biggest thing for us, especially in T20 cricket, where if you lose momentum it can be a tough place to be. My biggest ask for the girls would be to try and stick with what we've been practicing, because if it doesn't happen this year, next year and the year after, we're going to build something for sure.
Brilliant. Well, thanks for your time, Sophie, and go well in 2026.
Cheers, Shep.
Cheers. Well, James Drew, it's been quite a busy winter for you. Your first franchise gig with the Sharjah Warriors, England Lions in Australia. England Lions one-day series cancelled with a global conflict, and now semi-professional darts champion on Friday night. How do you sort of want to reflect on what you've been doing over the winter and what you're looking forward to in 2026?
Yeah, it's been eventful. Probably my biggest achievement was the darts win with Gary Anderson on Friday night, like you mentioned. But
team to require 7. Game, shot, and the match, James!
Yeah, had a lot of fun with the England Lions. It feels like a long time ago now, but yeah, we had a young team and played a challenging fixture against the Aussie A's, but I think we learnt a lot from that, and something I'll take forward is that experience of playing in Australia and being out there when the Ashes was on, which was a good development for me and for the team to experience the the media and the fans and how tough it is to play an Ashes series away from home, which is hopefully something that we'll all experience at some point in the future. But yeah, the ILT20 was good fun with the Sharjah Warriors, like you mentioned. Didn't do quite as well as we'd have liked, but it was nice to play with Tom Abel and Tom Cadmore. To have them guiding me through it was nice, because that was my first experience of a franchise competition. So it's nice to play more T20 cricket. I really enjoy that format, and hopefully something I can do more for Somerset this summer.
Yeah, obviously with Sean Dixon's departure, there's a little gap there now. You obviously came in Finals Day 2024, played that incredible knot in partnership with Dicko in that game against Surrey. You're also part of the team this year. Is that something sort of your main focus now, getting in that T20 side and not having it affect your red ball game?
Yeah, I think my main focus is whatever format Somerset are playing at that point in time. So at the moment, I'm going to be looking forward to the first block of county championship cricket. But when it comes to it, that T20 side is what I want to be doing, and want to be getting in that side and hopefully challenging for a spot. And if I do get a spot, putting some good performances on the board and hoping to win some games for Somerset with the bat.
As well as sort of challenging for a spot, you mentioned that there is you obviously spent a bit of time with the England squad at Trent Bridge last year. Have you sort of had discussions about how you're going to see your route to sort of get into the England side after the Ashes? It's a little bit of a reset, it feels, and they're sort of looking towards county cricket now for any performances. How do you feel your best route is into wearing the Three Lions?
Yeah, I've been asked this a couple of times already today. I think for me it's trying not to think about the future and selections and things like that too much. I think I'm trying to focus on performances for Somerset and trying to play as well as I can at the start of the season, and if I get a few hundreds, hopefully we win a few championship games, and that would be nice to be sat at the top of the county championship table going into the T20 Blast. So for me that's the most important thing, putting in performances that will win games for Somerset. But yeah, if something comes of that towards the middle of the summer with England cricket, then yeah, that would be nice, but that's something that I'm not focusing on right now, to be honest.
So no discussions about maybe popping up a few places to open the innings or anything like that?
No, I'm going to stay at number 4 for the start of the season, which is where I finished last year. So I think we're just looking at what's best for the team, for the county championship team right now, and I think having Abes at number 5 is where he's done really well for us last year, and when he played he scored a lot of runs, so I think he's the main man, and keeping him at number 5 is crucial. And if he wants to move up or move down, it's up to him, but I think yeah, we'll let him do what he wants, and he'll hopefully get us a few runs.
Good stuff. You mentioned the championship, of course, starts here on Friday against Notts. How's the squad shaping up for that game, and are you looking forward to it? Obviously you are.
Yeah, we've played some good.
Say no.
We've played some good cricket in the last week or so. We played a 2-day game at Desert Springs against Yorkshire, and there was some good performances there. And then coming back here, we played a 2-day inter-squad game in Glamorgan last over the weekend. So yeah, it was shaping up well. We had a nice 100 from Lammers and 80 odd from Abe. So yeah, we're looking good. The bowlers are all ready as well, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with where we are.
Good stuff. Might not see Thomas a little bit for his exams, but I think Jason inferred that if he was available when exams permitted it, we might see him a bit earlier. Looking forward to sort of donning whites with Thomas and batting out there in the championship. Yeah,
that would be nice if we get a chance to play together. Like you said, he does have exams, so it's about when he's available and whether they pick him or not. So yeah, I'm sure we might see a bit of him at the ground this season, but yeah, it was nice to play with him last season in the Metro Bank, and we did have a few nice partnerships together, which was a lovely feeling. So hopefully more of the same this year.
Because you wouldn't have played a lot together, would you? Previously,
not loads.
Different age groups. No.
Yeah, the age gap's 4 years, so there was a little bit of club cricket, tiny bit of school cricket, but to play eight Metro Bank games together last year was the most we've played together in a row. So that was a really nice feeling, and it's great to play in front of this crowd. With your brother and with the whole team. It's such a close-knit group, like I always say. So yeah, hopefully more of the same this year.
Brilliant. Well, thanks for your time, James.
No worries at all.
2026.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thanks. Lewis, thanks very much for joining me tonight. I've got to say, throughout my life, I've always envied and wanted the life of a professional cricketer. But watching you guys sat there freezing cold, having your pictures taken today at media day in those in your T20 shirts, I was quite glad to be wrapped up warm. But yeah, how was media day for you today? And I guess looking forward to.
Yeah, busy. I guess it's one of those times. I guess every year when, as soon as media day comes around, you know that the season's not too far away, and yeah, it's another one ticked off, I guess, of what is an ever-growing list. But yeah, I guess massively excited to get started on Friday. I guess there's always that little bit of buzz around the ground and around sponsors and everyone about what this year could entail and could bring. But yeah, massively excited looking ahead to Friday.
Yeah, the reigning champions coming down to Taunton, Notts on Good Friday. All the squad in good shape, looking forward to it?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, we've had a few guys depart at the end of last season, and a couple of fresh faces in a few of the youngsters that have come off the academy, and Josh Shaw. So, yeah, I guess it's a slightly new look squad. A couple of the youngsters really impressed through pre-season, and be really excited to see how they go throughout the year, and I guess try to fight to get in the first team and nail down that spot. But yeah, I think the guys are in great shape. We've obviously our prep was changed a little bit with what's going on in the Middle East. So yeah, Sarge and Jason, everyone behind the scenes, got that a trip to Spain sorted pretty quickly on short notice, where we got a lot of sort of outdoor prepping before coming back to the freezing cold, which has been good. But yeah, lads looking they're looking really good order, and hopefully we can put a good show on over the weekend.
I'm pretty sure that Sunday's game against Glamorgan was the first ever in cricket history to be match abandoned because of the cold. It was absolutely freezing up there on Sunday. Yeah, best of luck for Friday. I'm sure we'll chat about that more a bit later. Let's have a little look back at your career. I mean, testimonial season this year, 2026. Looking forward to that. I mean, it's obviously an honour to be given one of those.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it means you're getting old, doesn't it? That's the problem with it. But yeah, it's massively exciting. It's a huge privilege, I guess, to be awarded a testimonial. I think we're going into my 16th season at the club, which has flown by, to be honest. Still feel like that little kid that started all those years ago. But I guess to join the caliber of players that have been awarded one is pretty special. And hopefully we can have a really good year on the pitch and off it, and got some really good events planned, which hopefully as many people that support the club and will be able to get down and I guess support me throughout the year, and hopefully have a great time whilst doing that as well. But it's been a lot of work for a few people trying to organise some stuff, but it's been a good challenge so far, and can't wait to get started on the 24th of April, I believe, at the county ground.
Yeah, opening dinner at the county ground. All the details is lg24.co.uk.
lg24.co.uk. Yeah, you can click on the events and then go down to flick through each individual event, and book your tickets through an email there that it will send you to. So hopefully as many people can come out and support as possible.
Brilliant. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to having you and the guys back down at South Devon as well on the 16th of June. So I am going to be one of those doing all that organisation over the next year. Hopefully make sure that goes smoothly. You mentioned there about being sort of a bit long in the tooth getting a testimonial. Marcus was around for so long, he actually had two.
Yeah.
So that is a kind of a
goal. I'm not sure I'll be here in another 10, 12 years, that's for sure.
Well, you never say never. Never say never. Big part of Somerset over the last 2 years has been the T20 side under your leadership. I mean, we could spend hours looking at all the records and just how good you guys have been. I mean, what do you think is the key to that behind the scenes? What are you and Jason, Sarge, sort of the values you're instilling into the guys, how you want them to play, and sort of what players do you sort of look to bring in when you're looking, around the world for overseas players?
Yeah, it's been one of them. I think it's been incredible the last 3 years, that the consistency, I guess, that we've shown in a format that is very difficult to be consistent in. And look, we've obviously had some high quality players throughout the group, which obviously makes life a lot easier for myself and Jace. And we've got match winners throughout, and I guess it's firstly trying to look at I guess our home ground. We play 7 games at home, although 6 this year. But it's, I guess, trying to make that a sort of fortress Taunton. If you can win 90% of your games at home, you're going to be there or thereabouts to qualifying. And I think we've done that over the last 3 years. We made Taunton a really difficult place for away teams to come and play. And I guess our record has definitely shown that. And look, you're looking for guys that you believe can stand up under pressure. They can execute when it really matters. And I guess with the overseas is kind of trying to add a little bit of flavour that we don't have in our local talent. So someone like Riz over the last 2 years, Riley Meredith, has given us that injection of pace, can bowl up top, through the middle and at the death. And yeah, we've got some incredibly talented local players to fit in and around it, which has been really good. Obviously, we've had a few guys leave at the end of the year that we need to kind of fill those roles. So we've obviously brought in Dan Sams this year, I guess to bat at 7 and bowl some overs, which I've played with.
Is that sort of a like for Greener then, do you think?
Yeah, I guess it's trying to fill that hole that Greener's left. Greener's obviously slightly different to Samsey, but he's been incredibly good for us over the last 4 or 5 years. And he's one of those guys that he's obviously not going to, I guess, set things alight with how fast he bowls. But what he does do is he's incredibly accurate. He's got a great slower ball and has taken wickets for us and scored really important runs. And it's going to be a hard hole to fill, but I think Samsey's a high quality player that's done it all around the world, and hopefully can be a really good addition for us to kind of fill that hole that Green has left. But other than that, obviously we've lost Dicko, who's been again amazing for us for the last 3 years that he was at the club in T20 cricket. And like, we got some exciting young cricketers that I guess we needed to free up a little bit of space to try and get them some game time. And equally, I believe they're gonna win matches for us as well. So yeah, it's a headache at times trying to squeeze everyone in, and it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking now. I mean, so you mentioned sort of Dicko's moved off to pastures new, but you've got James Rue, Thomas Rue, and potentially Tom Lammonby all vying for that spot. You know, I mean,
yep.
They've all. I know it's an incredible strength and depth in that squad, really, and it's just a mad problem to have, really.
Yeah, it is. It's a good problem, but it does cause headaches at times. Obviously, James Rue, when he's come in, got opportunities. He's done really well. Hammers has shown us at times what he's capable of in T20 cricket as well, and then you've got the talent of T Rue, what he's done this winter in under 19s cricket, and I mean we know he's going to be a superstar. So yeah, it's going to be tough which way we go. I guess obviously the little bit of cricket leading into the T20s, we'll see where guys are at form wise, but yeah, it's going to be a tough one to pick that first blast game and see which way, guess which direction we go in. But look, whoever gets the nod first up, I'm sure will do a great job.
Well, I'm glad it's not a decision I have to make. Like I say, it's impossible. Let's talk about your sort of style of captaincy then. You've been doing the T20 job for a number of years, came in to do the 4-day stuff sort of more recently. What would you say your sort of style or philosophy is as a captain? Because from the outside, you look sort of very relaxed. Is that how you want to sort of?
Yeah, I think I'm a reasonably laid back guy, so I don't want to, I guess, go too far outside of my character and be something that I'm not. But yeah, ultimately, I've got massive belief in the lads that going out there to execute what they're trying to do, and on the most part, they do that, so it makes my job very easy. But yeah, I guess it's just you're just trying to affect games. You're trying to make calls at the right time that influence games, and I'd like to think I've got a relatively good cricket brain. I've been playing long enough now to understand the game and what each game at each certain stage probably requires. And you get some right and you get some wrong. But yeah, ultimately, I guess it's trying to empower the guys in the moment to go out and believe in themselves and execute what they're trying to do as best as they can. And yeah, I have full belief in everyone that goes out in the park to do that. And yeah, like I said, it makes my job easy at times.
I mean, it certainly does look easy, but just going back to last season, the quarterfinal, the semi, and the final, those are three incredible wins. I mean, we were absolutely dead and buried against the Bears, or whatever they're called now. Lancashire was a tough game, and then a record chase against Hampshire, which you sort of put to bed very nicely. Does that kind of just, though, that 18 off 5, does that just kind of sum up your captaincy? No, just relax, I got this, and just get it done.
Yeah, I guess that's a little bit more as me as a player, I guess, that I want to be the guy that, when required upon, sort of stands up and does the job. And yeah, I guess big moments kind of have brought out the best of me. And yeah, like you say, it's yeah, we did it the hard way in those knockout fixtures, didn't we? We didn't make it easy for ourselves. But and that's the beauty, I guess, of the squad that we've got is I guess when someone's needed to stick their hand up and do something, they've done that. And there's evidence of that, obviously, like Dicko in that quarterfinal. Is potentially the best T20 innings I've ever seen. And I remember sitting down on the sideline going, "We've not got a chance here."
I've never heard Taunton that quiet on a T20.
I think it was something stupid like 60 off 3 overs or whatever it was.
Yeah.
It was that just doesn't happen. And he actually did it relatively easily in the end. He made it look very simple. And then you look at Pepsi in the semi-final, the knock to put a score on the board, and then the way the boys bowled as a collective unit was incredible in a big fixture. And then, yeah, like you say, a record chase at finals day in a final under pressure, Smeedy's knock to take it deep, and the guys obviously chipping in around him. But yeah, we've got a mightily impressive team, and yeah, we've the way we've been, we expect a lot of ourselves now.
How special was it to hit the winning runs as captain?
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling. I mean, I was quite happy to sit on the side watching Smeedy and Dicko go about it, to be honest. But yeah, when you get that opportunity, that you want to be the guy. I've been in that position before in finals, and yeah, I was very much making sure and conscious of, you don't want it to get down to that nervy last over where a couple of poles and a couple of good balls and you're under pressure. So I was going in trying to finish it that over, and yeah, thankfully I got a few in my zone and managed to bang them out the park.
Did you know it had the legs as soon as you hit it?
Yeah, yeah, I got enough of it. So I didn't flush it like the one before, but I knew that the bats that we've got now are so good that you get it anywhere near the middle, that they travel out the parks. Yeah, I knew pretty soon that I had enough. And yeah, it was an amazing moment. Obviously, for Dicko, to be there with Dicko, I was good friends with him as well. So to be out there in the middle with him, his last game for the club, yeah, to have that moment with him was pretty special.
Yeah, definitely. It's something I won't ever forget. I think I asked you on the annual dinner which was more special, 2025 or 2023, and then we went to Mambo's and I can't remember what you said. So which was more special for you?
Oh, I mean, it's hard to separate. I think I'd probably have to go for 23, purely out the fact that it'd been so long since we'd got over the line in the T20s. I mean, I've been to God knows how many finals days, and we hadn't managed to do it. So yeah, I think that, and ultimately as well, to the way in which we did that, we did it the hard way. We were probably under par in both semis and finals. Yeah, and bowl to bowl, I guess Surrey out and Essex out, two brilliant teams in T20 cricket over the years. For around 140 is an amazing achievement. I think there was a ridiculous stat that year in 23 that we took something like 153 poles out of 170, which I mean is an incredible thing to do. So yeah, I'd probably have to go that one. Obviously, the way it finished as well with that Pepsi, that one-handed screamer, and and obviously being out there with all the boys and everyone just swarming each other was it was an amazing moment. And hopefully there's a lot more of them to come.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, records are made to be broken, and no side has ever successfully defended the Blast. But I don't see any reason why you guys can't do it this year. The squad's looking good. You've got, I say, everything's in place from sort of previous years. So why not?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big goal of ours. We set out obviously in 24 to be the first team to do it, and we unfortunately didn't really rock up in the final, which was a shame. But yeah, again, the consistency that we've shown over the last 3 years, 2 wins and a loss in the final is incredible. Like you say, I don't see any reason why it was the middle of the season this year, isn't it?
Yeah,
come then.
It's going to be warm at final stage.
Yeah, it'll be nice instead of being wrapped up in jumpers. But it's one of those that I don't see why we can't be there. And then it's who's got the composure and on the day to do the job. Look, we've got 14, 15 guys that you can pick from that I believe will be able to do the job on the big stage. And yeah, hopefully we'll be there or thereabouts again.
Just little things can sometimes decide finals days. I was quite surprised to hear that you guys had decided to go back to the hotel between the first semi-final and the final. Can you just talk us through the decision-making process there? Because that to me is like a really just an interesting little think outside the box, a bit like when Marcus went down on his knees. Someone's come up with an idea. Can we do this? It's going to benefit us. Let's do it. Do you want to talk us through what happened there?
Yeah, I mean, we tried to take the learnings from the year before. I think it's been something like the last 5 or 6 years, the team that have won the second game on finals day have gone on to win the whole thing. It was something like 5 or 6 years in a row that had happened, and it becomes a really long day. I guess going from the highs of winning a semi to sitting around for 4 or 5 hours watching the other game go on, it mentally can drain you. So I guess we tried to take learnings from the year before against Gloucester, where guys were pretty cooked coming into a final, which is not what you want. So with Sarge and Jace put a lot of work in behind the scenes to allow us to get out of the ground and go back to the hotel, where some guys had a sleep. Some guys just went and grabbed a coffee. We brought a coffee machine with us, so some guys had a coffee. Tweds was our head barista, so he was making coffees. The physios were working on the boys and just trying to get away from, I guess, what was happening for the next 3-4 hours and kind of reset and recharge and then go back to the ground as if it's another day. And it seemed to work. Guys were where they needed to be come final, which is what you're after.
I mean, it kind of beggars belief that it's taken somebody this long to work out that you should probably, if you're bouncing off the walls in the dressing room, just go somewhere else. But yeah.
The thing is, it's incredibly hard to do with all the rules around the PMOA and betting and all that sort of stuff. They actually took a lot of work to be able to allow us to go back. We were only allowed to go back to the hotel. We weren't allowed to leave the hotel. So it did take quite a lot of work, I think, from Sarge behind the scenes to make that happen. It's a tiring day. It's a long day. And if guys can get back and have a little bit of chill out time, it seemed to work.
Brilliant. Well, I've got to say, if other sides want to do it, I think you need to charge them some sort of copyright fee or something like that. Yeah, it certainly worked a treat. Turning the attention back to 4-day cricket then and captaincy, it's obviously 2 vastly different games, but do you sort of try and keep the sort of same captaincy values and styles in the longer form of the game?
Yeah, look, I think, like I said, you've got to be the person that you are, and I guess if you try to be something different, you'll get found out pretty quick. And it's one of them. I like to think that at times we're innovative and we're trying to think on our feet to affect games. And again, I've got an incredible bunch of guys behind me that are open to our different ideas and want to play the game that in the way that I want it to be played. So I guess my style stays pretty similar. It's obviously a slower paced game, which allows you to think a lot more and I guess bounce ideas off different people. Whereas in obviously T20 cricket, you got to make pretty snap judgment calls and go with your gut a little bit more. But yeah, I guess the style stays pretty similar, and yeah, I guess having that consistency hopefully helps guys go out there and execute.
Was it a no-brainer when Abe stood down that you thought?
Yes and no. I'd loved my time doing the T20 stuff. I guess coming in for 5-6 weeks, doing it, and then obviously getting away and being able to sort of do your own thing, and Abe's being charged. But I guess it's a massive honour, isn't it, being asked to be club captain, and yeah, I guess ultimately it was what's best for the team, and I guess equally it's probably brought out some of the best cricket in myself as well, being in charge, and I guess having a little bit more responsibility in red ball cricket to get us out of trouble at times, or kind of put the nail in the coffin at times. So yeah, it's probably been good, really good for me, and hopefully I've done pretty well, and the lads enjoy the way I want us to go about the game. And yeah, I don't think it was a yes straight away, but after a little bit of thought, it was something that I couldn't say no to.
Something else that you didn't say no to was putting yourself up the order.
Yeah.
In the summer with Josh Davey. I mean, that was a kind of a sort of a break the internet moment. Cricket Twitter was like, "What's going on here? What's going on here?" Just talk us through that one as well, because it kind of seemed like, ever since Trez hung his boots up, it's been a problem for Somerset finding a settled opening pair.
Yep.
Is it something that you sort of maybe think, could I just do this now until I retire, or were you
no, that's not a job I want.
Were you only ever going to do it to stop that?
Yeah, I think there's an element of obviously, like you say, we've struggled at the top for a number of years. I think Pepsi was obviously away, I believe, and it was kind of one of them. I actually had a grade 2 quad tear, I believe, when we first did it, so I wasn't bowling, and it was a little bit like I was hitting the ball really well with the bat, and it was kind of like, well, actually, if me and JD can, I guess, bat for a period of time and get that ball that little bit older, and I guess allow the batters to I guess be against a tireder bowling attack, an older ball, and actually they can have more chance of I guess churning out big scores, then I guess there was no harm in trying that. And JD obviously probably has one of the best defences in the game, and he's I guess a much better batter than batting at 9 and 10, which he has done for us for a long time. So yeah, that was the thought process, was trying to do something different. What the conventional route hadn't worked for a long time, so it was kind of, let's give this a crack. And yeah, I guess a couple of games it did work. JD had a couple of games, brilliant games, where he got a 70, I think, at Warwickshire. Got a couple of 30s where it just obviously takes the sting out of the bowling attacks.
You broke the back of a run chase, didn't you? Was it Essex? I think maybe not.
No, Sussex. I mean, I got a 90 against Sussex at home. Yeah. So yeah, it was. I guess it worked for the period. I don't think it was ever going to be a long-term thing. But yeah, I guess there's also time we had Vorney opening for a lot of last year. I think he's going to be a bloody brilliant cricketer. It's a very hard job to do, and especially at 19, 20, when you've not fully, I guess, worked out your games. Yeah, a little bit of trying to get him out the firing line as well, and I guess we've seen how well he can do with the ball, and I'm sure in the coming years we'll see how good a quality batter he is as well. So, yeah, there's an element of that. I never thought it would be a long-term thing, thankfully. Yeah, it's one of those jobs. It was fun. Me and Sluggy had a great time together up the top. I think when the first game we did it was against Sussex. I remember the first innings walking out, and they were all looking at us like, "What the hell is going on here?" So, yeah, it might have
remember the sort of the banner with the scorecard on the live stream with the names. It sort of swapped from about 3 or 4 different people. It got to you, and
no one had a clue what was going on.
Poor old Polly was having kittens up in the score box. You mentioned Archie Vaughan there. Sort of, let's talk about sort of young players coming through. Then, it's obviously such a fantastic part of Somerset, the pathway, and all the young lads going through. Sort of how proud are you of that, and how do you kind of sort of get those guys integrated in? And like I say, when you do have someone like Archie who has a bit of a bad trot, you can sort of drop him down to 7 if you go up and open, that sort of thing. How do you sort of manage that?
Yeah, I mean the pathway's been brilliant. It has to be. I mean, I'm obviously really proud of it. I'm someone that's come through the pathway, and the good thing is the vast majority and the nucleus of the team have come through the pathway. They're Southwest boys, and love the club, which is what I think makes us so successful. There was a genuine love for Somerset County Cricket Club, and yeah, Archie's, like you say, it's one of them being, it's tough always to integrate them. Archie's come in as a young kid, pretty much fresh off the academy, straight into the first team. And yeah, it's one of them. He's not had time to properly learn and work on his game and score runs in the second team, and I guess know how to go about it. But what it will do is that exposure to first class cricket, it allows you to, I guess, to know what you got to deal with and work out a method to combat that. And like you say, it was really nice, the fact that he bowls, be able to get him out the firing line, but still be in the team and still very much influencing games at number 7 and with the ball in hand. Yeah, look, I expect the youngsters to have developed over the winter, and from what I've seen, they have. Yeah, hopefully there's a few of them that are ready to break in, and when they do get an opportunity, I expect them to fly, which is really exciting.
You mentioned Archie Vaughan sort of debut autumn, that September. Of course, his second game was that incredible win over Surrey in the Championship, when there was that game was just absolutely teetering to a draw. Can you confirm, were you, how far away from you offering your hand to the Surrey batters?
1 over.
Really?
So I remember saying, to be fair, it was Leachy. I remember saying to Leachy, I was just like, I think we're done here. And he basically begged me for 1 more over. And he was just like, give me 1 more over. And I think it might have even been the last ball of that over he got. I think he nicked off Sibley. Because they were, what were they, 3 down, I think, at that point, with an hour to go.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think pretty much that was the last over, and it might have been the last ball he nicked him off. And then I think Archie might have even got a wicket the next over. So yeah, it's his small margins, isn't it, this game? And yeah, that's it. I mean, that's a win that will long stand in the memory of myself and I guess the guys that were involved. It was incredible, and obviously with what was going on in the table at the time, yeah, unbelievable moments. And yeah, it's mad to think that you're 1 ball away potentially from just shaking hands and you go on to win the game. So it does prove that yeah, I guess an hour is a lot of time, and yeah, a lot can be done in that period.
Is that going to affect how you sort of look at things going forward on that last afternoon?
Yes and no. I think you've also got to be realistic, depending on what surface you're on and whether that is at all possible. But yeah, like you say, we've got an incredible bowling attack. Like, we've got the best spinner in the country. So you know that if there is a wicket there where it sits, he can run through teams. Likewise with the seamers, like Craig's, what's he, 500 odd poles now at nothing. We've got a lot of experience. Miggy's been fantastic with us for a couple of years, and yeah, I guess it's one of them that you might hang on a little bit longer than you previously would, just in case now.
Good stuff. Well, Lewis, I'll say it's been a busy day for you. It's been a busy day for myself as well, up and down the field. So I won't keep you any longer, but just going to say best of luck for Friday. Best of luck for the rest of the season. Go well and have a great testimonial season.
Legend. Thank you very much.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.